Please, wash.
President, do you think, I'm going to ask you, do you think that the president is doing good for Nigeria?
Of course.
Seeing as it is not reflective in
that
what the
is
people
an
think.
opinion. That is not fact.
But the opinion of the people, there are a lot of
but
people.
But that there's opinion of the people. 1 million opinion cannot be up to one fact. And I'm going to give you facts. When President Bola Ahmed Tinubu took office, Nigeria was owing $108 billion. Today, if I'm lying, I pay you $1 million. Nigeria is owing $94 billion. So we've paid off $14 billion. Our debt has gone lower. And it's not just the federal government. The states, their debts have reduced. Most states, not all states, I think about 78% of the states, their debts have reduced. Why? Because by removing fuel subsidy, there is now more funds to be shared in the federation account. And so people now, the states, have you ever heard, are you now hearing of states not paying salaries anymore? They are paying salaries. Why? Because Bola Tinubu has increased their allocation by 200%, some by 300%. Some by 200%, but at least by 200, by double. And it's not just that. A lot of people like Peter Obi, very unintelligently, he was telling Nigerians that when dollar was 216 naira, you protested. But now that it's 1,500 naira, you're not protesting. That Peter Obi shows that he's a trader, not a leader. Dollar was never 216 naira. It was never 155 naira. It was never 145 naira. That is not what the price was. It was subsidized. Go back and fact check me. That was why it was at that price. The federal government was spending $1.5 billion every month to subsidize the naira at that particular level. And the reason why they were doing that was not for economic reasons. It was for political reasons. Because each president did not want to be seen as having a naira that was so high. Then they would say, okay, because Nigerians don't understand economics. They just understand eba, rice, and salt. They were not doing it for economic reasons. They were doing it for political reasons. Bola Tinubu was brave enough to say, I don't care what people say about me. This is wrong. Because don't forget, the money that we're using to subsidize the naira was not money that we had. We were borrowing it. That's why, what's the name? Emefiele is in jail today. Because they borrowed 38 trillion naira without informing the National Assembly. And what were they using that money to do? To subsidize the naira. And let me tell you, do you know what Nigerians were using that subsidized dollar to do? If I tell you, $200 million every year about women were using to import hair. $75 million every year, French champagne. Go and check the records. $25 million every year, Scotch whiskey. Obi Kubana and all those people. That is what we are using the money for. If we are using the money, for transfer of technology, heavy equipment for Innoson, for Nord to build vehicles, okay, then it can make sense to do it. But we were frittering away this money. Bola Tinubu took the right decisions. Look,